Today we're going to learn a little tap number to I Just Haven't Met You Yet by Michael Bublé. This is just a really fun song. It always makes me happy when I hear it, and I just, sometimes it's just good fun to have a wee dance to a song that really makes you happy. So we're going to start. Now make sure you're all loose. You can maybe do the tap warm up that we've got on the another video. Maybe do that to get your ankles warmed up, your rest of your body, get you standing correctly. So make sure your tummy and everything's pulled up and in, but bend your knees. So it allows you to be a little looser and a little bouncier than you are in other styles. It's quite hard to work out because a lot of people, as soon as you say looser, bend your knees, they do this. But we're keeping everything up with bent knees. So to start, we're going to stand at the back of our mat or whatever you're dancing on. If you have tap shoes, watch out for your floors because they can ruin them, which is why I've got this here. You can do it on carpet as well, but it can also ruin your carpet. So just be aware of tap shoes are not particularly house friendly. But even if you're just doing it in bare feet or trainers or something, do you know what? That's perfectly fine. So we've got our knees bent. So we're just going to do heel, 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 clap. So all that is heel, 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 heel. So you do that 4 times, as I just did, to the music. It doesn't start straight away. There's a little sort of lead up, which is 8 counts, or 8 slow counts. I don't know what the musical terminology for that is, but it's the next phrase of the music, the second phrase of the music that we start on, not the first. So it doesn't start immediately. We'll just have a go and try that with music. Sorry, I was getting the music up a bit higher in a previous recording that I did. It was quite quiet and you couldn't really hear it, so if that changes between videos, just be aware that's why. So the next step we're going to do, you've just done 4. 1, 2, 3, clap. 1, 2, 3, clap. You're then going to do a step that we've done before in another dance, but it's a tap, step, heel, toe. Or tap, step, heel together. And all you're going to do, it's like you're just taking a step, but on the way, you hit the floor. A little bit like if you trip. So you're just a tap, step, heel, together. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. I was clamping there to just sort of show you the timing, so there's a wait before you go. You don't immediately go. It's not quite that. There is a wait between each step when you're going from side to side. So you do 4 of them when you start singing. So there's a little bit of a 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So there's a little bit of a wait. So do remember that. Okay, we'll have a go and try with music. Sorry about that, itchy nose. So that's just, there's a little bit of a sort of a moment where you can stand up and then get back down to go. If you want to do it going forward, that's fine. I don't have an awful lot of space, so I'm sort of doing it side to side. The next step that we're going to do is a step we've not done before. I'm going to try and film at some point a way of doing it, but it's called a cramp roll. Now, a cramp roll is 4 noises. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it sort of becomes quite a rhythmical step. But all the actual moves are for it, you're going toe, toe, heel, heel. Toe, toe, heel, heel. Making sure that when you put your first heel down, it's the same as the first toe you stepped on. So right, left, right, left. And that heel, again, you don't want to get up, because then it's really difficult to then go and get your heels down. It's just a very awkward position. So do keep a bend in your knees. That makes it much easier. Also makes it easier to do it quicker, because we're not doing it that slow. That is just the basic step. We're putting a bit of lightness and a bit of drive to it. So all we're going to do is, just to speed it up with you guys, and we'll teach you the step for the song. So all you're going to do is toe, toe, heel, toe, toe, heel, heel, toe, toe, heel, heel, toe, toe, heel. Okay? So we can sort of see how that's starting to like speed up a little bit. But what we're going to try and do is, if you make sure that you're really almost jumping into it, some people say that it's rather than step, step, heel, heel, it's spring, step, heel, heel, spring, step, heel, heel, spring, step, heel, heel, which does actually help with the movement you've got to put into it to do it quickly, because when you do it quickly, it sounds like this. It almost sounds like one sound, but it's actually lots and lots of sounds all occurring in a rhythm together. So for our step, we're trying to get it as fast as that, but if not, just work up to it. I wasn't able to do cramp rolls very fast for a very long time, and then suddenly just one day they click. That's what happens a lot with tap. It's quite tough because it's hard to explain. No, you're doing fine. Even if you feel like you're not getting it as fast as that person. Everyone moves at their own speed, and sometimes making sure that you're doing it correctly, well actually all the time, if you're doing it correctly slowly, it becomes much easier to build up speed. Speed you can build. You can't pull back and get the technique right once you've sort of started to learn the speed, because there isn't enough time to get it right. So just make sure that you're keeping bending your knees and you build it up. But for this dance, we're going to have two slow cramp rolls. So there's a bit of time in between each one rather than doing them again and again and again and again. So we're going to go 1, 2, and then we're going to do 3 quick. So that goes like this. Okay? And then we're going to try that all together. 2 slow, 3 quick. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Okie doke. We're going to do that twice through with the music. With the music. When we do it in the dance, you do that sort of thing twice through. Except the second time you only do 2 quickly rather than 3. So we'll try that. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 slow, and 3 quick. 1 slow, and 1, 2. Okay? So we'll just try that all the way up to there with music. Okie doke. You see how that works. The next step in this dance, in this little routine that we've got, we're going to do a time step, a single time step. We have another video on how to do time steps so you can properly learn them, because they are a tap staple. Most people will put one in almost every dance you have, or some combination of it. So you're just going to do all the tap, a single time step with a break which is what we're going to do. Shuffle, hop, spring, tap, step, step. Shuffle, hop, spring, tap, step, step. Shuffle, hop, spring, shuffle, it twice through. Shuffle, hop, spring, tap, step, step, shuffle, hop, spring, tap, step, step, shuffle, hop, spring, shuffle, step, shuffle, step. It's a little bit faster than that with the music, so we'll try it a wee bit faster. 5, 6, 7, 8, shuffle, hop, spring, tap, step, step, shuffle, hop, spring, tap, step, step, shuffle, hop, spring, shuffle, step, shuffle, step, shuffle, hop, change, shuffle, hop, spring, tap, step, step, shuffle, hop, spring, tap, step, step, shuffle, hop, spring, shuffle, step, shuffle, step, shuffle, hop, change. Sorry, I lost my balance there, and my breath. So we'll try all of that up to there with music. Just have a go.
I'm not surprised, not everything lasts. I've broken my heart so many times I stopped keeping track. I talk myself in, I talk myself out. I go up, then I let myself down. I tried so very hard not to lose it. I came up with a million excuses. I thought of every possibility.
Okie doke guys, we've just finished our time step with a break. So you've just done what we're going to do next is a step called, that I've been told is called off the buffalo. Do not ask me to spell it, but that is what it's called. And all it is tap step, you sort of tap step onto your foot, so again that catch while you step, before you step, tap step, shuffle, change, tap step, shuffle, change. So you're putting your weight onto that front leg when you after you tap step, to then go shuffle out to the side, and then you jump it back in. Tap, step, shuffle, change. Tap, step, shuffle, change. Tap, step, shuffle, change. Tap, step, shuffle. Now this is a moving step, so normally you would do it across the floor. I obviously don't have that much space, but to sort of, I'll do it diagonally to sort of illustrate. So you can see how that moves across the floor. So I might be doing mine a little bit under myself. But there is enough space for me to do it. And if you've got more space, use that space. Take as much space as you need, because it's actually a bit harder to do it sort of under yourself. So if you're doing that and doing well, well done. If not, use the space. Try and use as much space as you can. So you're going tap, step, shuffle, change, tap, step, shuffle, change, tap, step, shuffle, change, tap, step, shuffle, change. So we do 3 and then a jump together, wait. So, tap, step, shuffle, change, tap, step, shuffle, change, tap, step, shuffle, change, jump, wait. And then we go on the other side. So we'll try that doing it on the left. So all it is, tap, step, shuffle, change. Now you're bringing, when you change, you bring that foot in front, that foot that was in front, still in front, because that makes it easier for when you're to next go on it. Because if it's behind you, it's a bit hard. It's got further to go to get back in front of you. So tap, step, shuffle, change. Tap, step, shuffle, change. Tap, step, shuffle, change. Wait. We do that 3 times. So again, you do it again on your right. Tap, step, shuffle, change. Tap, step, shuffle, change. Tap, step, shuffle, change. Jump. Wait. Okie doke. Will we try that with music? We'll try it we'll go from the very beginning, because I think building up and learning all the steps together and just adding on a little each time makes it a little bit easier to keep everything in your head, because you know you can keep the order.
so many times I still keep track. Talk myself in, talk myself out. I go up, then I let myself down. I tried so. I'm not surprised, like everything lasts. Broken my heart so many times I stopped keeping track. Talk myself in, talk myself out. Get over it, then I let myself down. Tried so very hard not to lose it. Came up with a million excuses. I thought of every possibility. I know someday I'll turn up. So make me work so you work it out. Yeah, I promise you can't be bad. I'll give it so much more than I get. I just haven't met you yet.
Okie doke, so if you want a little bit of a challenge, as you may have seen me doing, add an arm. So all you're doing is when you go to your right, you go, your down arm is facing the way you're going. And then you do it the other way. It's called like aeroplane arms, people quite like it. It's a very tap thing because you're sort of pointing down at your feet so people look there. It's quite a cool, good thing to do, and also it's very easy to keep everything regimented. If you're doing this in a big line of people, you want everyone in the line of people to have it exactly at the same angle. Sometimes when you do shoulders, because of where people's shoulders are, it's hard, but this is sort of, because it's becomes one continuous line, you can adjust angles. But we'll just have a go. So yes, if you want to add a little bit of an extra, add an arm. And then you bring it down when you come together. And then the other way. So that's quite a constant ba 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 ba. So it's not quite as it's a da 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 kind of rhythm. It's quite a light one. Okay doke. The next step after you're off the buffalo, actually we'll do all of that from the beginning with music again, just so we can all get that straight in our heads.
I'm not surprised, everything lasts. I've broken my heart so many times I still keep track. Talk myself in, talk myself out. Go it, then I let myself down. Tried so very hard not to lose it. I came up with a million excuses. I thought of every possibility. And I know someday I'll turn up. So make me work so you work it out. And I promise you can't be bad. I'll give it so much more than I get. I just have.
Okay, so the next bit, you'll be glad to know, is not another new step. We have done this before. It's quite simple. All you're going to do is just jump together, so you're ready to go anywhere. All you do is a toe. You put your heel out, dig your heel up. So you sort of, and slap your foot against the floor, or your toe against the floor. Heel, 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 up together, heel, up together. So it's that slow, it's sort of a little bit of a calm down before the next bit. After the first bit being quite continuous. So you've done da, da. Then the next bit is I just haven't met you yet. I think that's the bit of the chorus. And all you're going to do is jump out, jump across, and my favourite, you then just let yourself unravel by turning. And you can do a big U, I quite like finger guns because it's quite casual, like, just haven't met you yet. I'm clearly not cool. But, so all that is, so you're just doing pick up, together, in, turn, down. Okay? We'll try that whole chorus bit from the beginning, and hopefully you'll get the music at the right bit.
Let myself down. I tried so very hard not to lose it. I came up with a million excuses. I thought of every possibility. And I know some things that are hard to make me work so you won't work it out. And I promise you that I'll get so much more than I can. I just haven't met you yet.
We're just going to finish off by learning the next verse. This song's about 4 minutes long, so I'm not going to do the whole song. So we're sort of finishing when it gets to the bridge bit where he's going, they say all's fair, you know, that kind of bit that's a little less dancey, a little less of a beat to it. So the next bit, we've just got a little time between the end of the chorus and the start of the next verse. We're going to do something called paddles, which we've already kind of done. We kind of did an easy version of them when we're doing this. So all paddles is you add a toe heel instead of pick up together. So it goes heel, pick up, toe, heel, heel, pick up, toe, heel, heel, pick up, toe, heel, heel, pick up, toe, heel. So we're going to do 4 of them. I don't think they're that. I think they're a wee bit faster than we just did it, but I don't think they're that fast. Just a little bit of a wait in between that. Pick up, toe, heel. Kind of thing. I think I've exacerbated that wait more than it's supposed to be. And then, because this is such a kind of simple bit of the verse, because then we just go, I'm going to teach you all of it, because it's the same step 4 times. And it's going to be a flap. So all you're going to do is, I quite like the arms, because the arms sort of help you go where you're meant to be going. But all the step is, so a flap's kind of like, it's like that tap step, but a looser one. And it finishes, like that's quite a harsh down, whereas it's quite a and go, whereas this is a so we're gonna, all the flap step little combination is da, 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 da. So all that is a tap step ball change. Tap step, front, alright. Tap step, back, front. That's quite we've got another, there's a whole step on tap steps, tap springs, flaps. And you do a bit of tap step ball changes in them. So I'm going to link that as well down below. So have a wee set of videos that you can go back to and refer to if you maybe go, I don't remember that step, I'll need to revisit it. If we've maybe not used it in a dance. But this way then you're still getting, we can then still concentrate on learning the dance rather than having to learn steps with these videos. So all you're doing, da-dum, 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 da-dum. I think, no. There's a ba-dum, 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 ba-dum. So there's that little step together before you go on and do the next thing. So you come back to the center, feet not quite together, but not quite wide apart. And you sort of, wherever feels natural, I always feel. And you're back to center, so then you can go on either foot, go wherever you need to. So the arms with this, just so we can learn it, you're going ba-dum, 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 da-dum, ba-dum, 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 bum, ba-dum, 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 bum, ba-dum, 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 bum. So you've got a little sort of like cross, cross, round above to cross, round, together. So you're sort of doing a little bit. This is sort of cross, stop, and then this is lovely. If you just want to concentrate on your feet, just do the feet. So all that is flap, flap, tap, step, ball change together. 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 So you do that in the dance 4 times, and then we're on to our time step again. And then we're on to the chorus again. So we'll try the second verse all together. And then we will do the whole thing from the beginning and just have a go. If it goes wrong, it's okay. You can just rewind the video and start trying again. Or rewind to a bit that maybe you can't remember. Okie doke.
Make me work so we can work it out. And I promise you, kid, that I'll give so much more than I get. I just haven't met you yet. I might have to wait, I'll never give up. I guess it's half time and the other half's luck. Wherever you are, whenever it's right, you'll come out of nowhere and into my life. And I know that we can be so amazing. And baby, your love is gonna change me. And now I can see every possibility. So I know that you're I'm not surprised that everything lasts. Broken my heart so many times I stopped keeping track. Talk myself in, talk myself out. I go up, then I let myself down. I tried so very hard not to lose it. I came up with a million excuses. I thought of every possibility. Wherever you are, whenever it's right.